Short-range ballistic missile Sunday toward its eastern seas as U.S. Aircraft Carrier U.S.S Ronald Reagan visits South Korea for joint military exercises.
South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff says the missile launched from the western inland town of Taichon flew cross-country before landing in waters off North Korea's eastern coast. The South's military did not immediately release further specifics about the weapon, including what type of missile it was or how far it flew. North Korea has dialed up its testing activities this year, testing more than 30 ballistic weapons as it continues to expand its military capabilities amid a prolonged stalemate in nuclear diplomacy. Japan decides not to export chemical weapons goods to Russia. Japan's top government spokesperson on Monday expressed the country's grave concern regarding Russian threats to use nuclear weapons.
At a press conference in Tokyo, Chief Cabinet Secretary Hirokazu Matsuno stated Japan strongly demanded that the threat or use of nuclear weapons by Russia should never happen. He also announced an additional ban by the Japanese government of the export of materials that may be used for chemical weapons to 21 Russian organizations, including science laboratories. The measure was approved by the cabinet following a decision by G7 foreign ministers last week. Australia is considering tougher cybersecurity rules for telecommunications companies after Optus reported personal data of nearly 10 million customers had been breached.
Optus announced last week the breach of details on 9.8 million people within Australia's population of 26 million, a day after becoming aware of what the company described as a cyber attack. Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neill told the Parliament on Monday that some 2.8 million of the current and former Optus customers affected had seen significant amounts of personal data stolen. Optus is the nation's second largest wireless carrier and has offered its most affected customers a free credit monitoring and identify protection service.
The breach is of a nature that we should not expect to see in a large telecommunications provider in this country. Very substantial support has been provided by the Australian government, and I want to credit the work of the Australian Signals Directorate, the Australian Cyber